Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? Anyways, I want to talk today to the people who are interested in buying a home but feel like the market is high and so they want to wait. I'm sure everybody knows somebody who thinks that is a good idea. They need a home, they want to buy a home, but they feel like prices are crazy and so they should probably wait till later. So they're going to keep on renting in the meantime. Okay, so there's a lot of people who think that, and they maybe think that that makes sense. Those are the people that I'm talking to right now. I just want to give you a little bit of knowledge that's going to dispel that somewhat. There's some different schools of thought that come into play that you might not have thought about. If you are thinking about waiting to buy later when you feel like the market has normalized or prices aren't as high as they are now, first of all, they may never go down. So you might be waiting for something that is never going to happen. But that's neither here nor there. Even if the prices are high right now, let's talk about that. First of all, back in previous years when home prices were less than they were now, but mortgage costs were much higher, maybe your monthly was the same. It sounded like your house was cheaper, but maybe your monthly was the same. And then in that instance, that monthly, more was going to interest, aka down the toilet, and less was going to your principal. So basically, right now it's reversed. Maybe the home prices are a little higher, but the loan costs are less. So there's that whole school of thought like, okay, it's costing you about the same. They wash each other out, but more is going to your principal. So there's that whole aspect. But the bigger thing that people need to realize is, right or wrong, if you are paying rent, and now let's say your rent's $1,000 a month, where I know for most of you it's a lot more than that. But let's just call it, for the sake of math, $1,000 a month. So let's say you're renting for another year because you want to buy later when the prices go down. So that $12,000 that you're putting down the toilet for your rent this year is essentially, do you see what I'm saying? There's also, if the prices are higher, supposedly, than that $12,000 difference that you didn't put down the toilet for rent, some of that's going to principal to build equity on a higher cost house for you. So my opinion is this: the sooner you can get into the market, the better. The market's always going to fluctuate, and there is no crystal ball in the world that's going to tell us what it's going to do tomorrow. The people who are waiting for this hypothetical price decrease might be waiting forever, and it might never come. But the sooner you get into the market, the better, and the sooner you have an opportunity to start building for your future. So, finding a great deal on a house is something that I specialize in, and my team is trained to do the same. There are two tiers to the whole situation. There are two tiers to getting a good deal in this industry. Everybody's so focused on the cost of the home and the numbers pertaining to that. That is very important, but the second tier that everyone forgets is the numbers pertaining to the mortgage. And those are still good. We don't know, we don't have a crystal ball, but there is talk that the Fed is going to be raising the interest rates. If that happens, that means that less of your monthly goes to principal and your monthly might go up. So right now, having the mortgage cost be lower does wash some of the price increases we've seen on the homes. I'm noticing Andra Rose, who is a fabulous agent, is in the room right now. Andra, would you like to come on and talk? I'm sending you an invite. Anyways, so yeah, this is just something that comes up a lot. I feel like I've had this conversation with several people. People feel like they know and they get it, and they're telling me, oh, I'm savvy, I'm going to wait till the prices go down. It's not really savvy, because they might not go down, and truthfully, the $12,000 or more that you're paying for rent for the year could very well make up the difference, but you were building equity this year. So I would love to elaborate on this for anybody who's interested. If you're wondering about getting in the market, if you think you need to wait for prices to go down, I can really explain to you why it makes sense to get in as soon as you possibly can. And building equity for your family and your future is what's most important. So feel free to give me a call, 216-389-5389. You can call or text me whenever. I do work nights and weekends. I just want to help my friends and family build for their future and get in a home that they feel really proud of and love. And, if you think you might need to be waiting, there's a lot of ways that we can flip that conversation a little and maybe give you something to think about that you didn't realize previously. Anyways, hi, George. I see you, George. How are you? I miss you. So basically, I just want to say hi to everyone. I want to tell you that sometimes what we think we know about what's going in the market, maybe there's another conversation that we need to also think about and consider. But that's, where a trusted agent comes in. That's where market experience comes in. So I don't necessarily, have any predictions about where the market's going to be. We are expecting a huge spring for both buyers and sellers. It's going to be crazy. For those of you who don't know, spring in the real estate market really starts in like February. It starts a lot earlier than you would think. So starting in February, we are going to be very busy, tons and tons of new listings. All these sellers who saw everybody last spring getting crazy prices and getting a lot for their homes, those sellers have been thinking and stewing and preparing, and maybe some of them are feeling more comfortable with the world, but whatever the case may be, we're expecting a lot of sellers and a ton of buyers this year. The mortgage rates are still down, and there's rumors that those are going to be going back up. I know a lot of you will be kicking yourself if you chose to wait and paid $12,000 plus in rent for this next year, and then the rates were higher when you turn around in time to buy. So anyways, 216-389-5389 or message me on Facebook or Instagram. I'm always available just to talk and shoot the shit about what's going on in the market and, pertaining to what your needs are and, what your goals are. So let's talk. I just wanted to dispel this sort of like weird myth that has been out there right now. And I just love real estate. I want everyone to experience that. And, there's really just a lot of other conversations that need to be had before decisions can be made. Always best to hold all the cards. Anyways, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the day.